Yeah, we can do better than that. CO. Good. Now that sounds much better. Well, hello everyone, and good evening. Thank you all for coming, and welcome to the 2023-2024 Little Cherokee Ambassador Competition. It's so wonderful to be here in person with all of you this evening. My name is Kanan Duncan, and I am the Deputy Secretary of State for the Cherokee Nation, and it's truly an honor to be here. It's such a fun event, and I'll be serving as your MC tonight. One of the best things about this event to me, other than just getting to visit with all these wonderful young little Cherokees that are just cute and funny, and it's just a good way to spend your evening, is that it kicks off our holiday. This is the first event of our holiday. This is our 71st annual Cherokee National Holiday, and the theme for that this year is Building Our Nation. And I believe that there's no better way that we can build our nation than programs just like this with our young Cherokees at the helm. The Cherokee National Holiday draws more than 100,000 visitors from across the country. And in 2020 and 2021, as most of you know, we had to adapt and had a number of those events virtually. And now we are back to our original schedule. However, we will be having virtual events throughout the holiday, and one of those is this event tonight. So if you have family at home, friends at home that couldn't be here, text them, let them know that they can go to www.thecherokeeholiday.com, and this is being live streamed tonight, and they can watch it with you in real time. At this time, I'm going to ask a gentleman to come up, and he's a man who has devoted the better part of his life to public service. And part of public service is investing in our youth, and we at the Cherokee Nation thankfully are reaping the benefits of him being our principal chief the last 4 years, and then for the next 4 years as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Chief Chuck Hoskin, Jr.
All right. Well, no Kanan, no CO, everyone. Kanan is rarely wrong, but he's wrong in what kicked off the holiday. It's usually this. It's the opening of the traffic circle. That it just opened, and you can drive clockwise, counterclockwise. You can drive over it. We're going to try all sorts of ways till we figure this out. But it is going to make for an interesting holiday because traffic, of course, is key to an efficient holiday. This is going to be a great holiday for us all, and it's going to be a really special one for me personally. We all spent a time apart during everyone's COVID dealings, but I had COVID last year, and I missed this competition and hated to miss it because this is important, as is the Junior Miss and Miss Cherokee tomorrow, because this is what I just hope more and more people understand. This is a leadership program. It's a competition. There'll be multiple young people crowned this evening and tomorrow, but this is a program because everyone who participates has really already accomplished something. And these are little Cherokee kids, but they had to possess and demonstrate a level of courage just to be here. I mean, just to prepare for this. My daughter was in this competition. She was in it twice, and she did not get the award, but the award for us, her parents, me and my wife, our First Lady January, and her, particularly as she looks back, was the process. And it does take dedication. And to see young people commit themselves to learning more about their culture, to celebrating it, and to doing it in a situation where you're on stage, where I can tell you I could not have done that as a young person, that I think gives us all so much pride. And from the families to myself and everyone that watches it, we just can't help but be proud. And we need these little ones to be on this path, be on this path of progress, of celebrating their culture. We've always needed it. I feel like we need it now more than ever, because what we have to look forward to in the Cherokee Nation is achieving this great potential that we all have, because we're doing so much more as a nation in the lives of people and communities. We're only going to be able to do that if we continue to have people who want to be in leadership. I'm not just talking about political leadership. I'm talking about running this tribe in the generation to come, or being out in communities and being a force for good. These little ones will do that, and we're helping them along the way, but we're seeing something in them. And I just hope that this is just one chapter in what is a mini chapter story of their lives in which they are wonderful Cherokee citizens helping us build this great nation. That's our theme this year, but we're going to build it with the efforts of these little ones, and I'm glad that we get behind them. I'm looking forward to seeing this tonight. This is a fun event. We're all cheering for them. Everybody here has already achieved, every person in this program has already achieved so much greatness, and they're so little, and that's wonderful. Thank you all very much. Wado.
Well, thank you again, Chief. I'm going to, if you'll dim the lights, join me on the couch. I'm just kidding. No, we're gonna start our program. Mary Kay liked that one. That made my night. We're going to go ahead and begin tonight's competition, and we're going to do so by starting with introducing our judges. Our first judge that we're going to introduce this evening is Miss Shelley Dreadful-Water. Ms. Dreadful-Water is a citizen of the Cherokee Nation and a lifelong resident of Cherokee County, Oklahoma. Shelley has worked in the higher education field for the past 20 years. Her role in higher education began at Northeastern State University as a counselor, and prior to leaving the university, Shelley directed the Native American Support Center on campus. She considers her time at the Native American Support Center a highlight of her career. Under her leadership, her term assisted hundreds of Native American students find the necessary resources to complete their educational goals and receive their degree. In 2021, Shelley moved to Cherokee Nation Education Services, where she assisted regional colleges and universities strengthen their Native American support systems for Cherokee students. As a grant writer, she also seeks alternative funding sources for Cherokee Nation's Education Department to assist in building capacity. Shelley has sat on many panels over the years regarding the attainment and retention of Native American students within higher education, as well as presented at numerous gatherings. In her free time, she is an artist who loves to create out of natural products such as wood, leather, reed, clay, snakeskin, and textiles. Shelley loves gathering and laughing with her amazing family and cannot go a week without seeing her 8-year-old granddaughter, Rye, aka Sugars. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize Shelley Dreadful-Water. Our next judge is Miss Feather Smith. Feather has been with the Cherokee Nation since 2007. She worked as a tour guide at the Dilligwa Village at the Cherokee Heritage Center until 2015. She then served as a cultural biologist before becoming the current ethnobiology manager with the Secretary of Natural Resources Office. As the ethnobiology manager, she oversees the Cherokee Nation Seed Bank and helps care for the Cherokee Nation Heirloom Garden and Native Plant Site. Feather has a Bachelor's of Science in Fish and Wildlife Biology from Northeastern State University. Feather was Junior Miss Cherokee in 2007 through 2008 and Miss Cherokee in 2008 and 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Feather Smith. Third judge for the evening is Mr. Derek Van. Derek has worked for the tribe for the past 20 years. He is currently serving as the tribal registrar. Derek is originally from the Bunch community and now lives in Tahlequah with his wife, Raven. He has 2 daughters, Mashia and Jordan. Derek would like to thank the committee for asking him to serve as a judge for this year's Ambassadors Competition. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Derek Van. Okay, we'll go right into the competition. First, some housekeeping rules. While the judges get settled in, we can kind of talk about what we're going to expect this evening. The order of the competition, we're going to start with the 4 to 6-year-old girls and boys, then go to the 7 and 9-year-olds, and then 10 to 12s. After we finish each age division, we will ask the contestants to return to stage, and we will have some gifts for everyone. This is when the winners will be announced. However, the official crowning and photos will not take place until all age groups have competed. We hope everyone can stay, of course, for the entire program. Another piece of information here, the judges' decisions are final, so please act accordingly. And then the winners for tonight, our new ambassadors, we ask that you do stay, and we'll go over some things with you and what you can expect throughout the next year. All right. Who's ready to start? Can we get a big round of applause? All right. We are going to start with our 4 to 6-year-old age group, and our first contestant is going to be Miss Emma Lee. Let's welcome Miss Emma Lee on stage. Emma Lee is 6 years old and is currently in first grade. She lives with her 5 siblings. She enjoys spending time with her family, going to church, swinging golf clubs, and traveling. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for Miss Emma Lee one more time. Well, Miss Emma Lee, how are you tonight?
Good.
Good. Good to hear. I love your dress. Purple looks so good on you. Is purple your favorite color?
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right. We're going to go over a few questions, okay? This first question is a 2-part question. Can you say hello in Cherokee?
OCO.
All right. How about thank you?
Wado.
Good job. Can you tell me what your favorite Cherokee word is?
Utan.
What does utan mean?
Big.
Good job. Now, last question. Can you tell me what the capital of the Cherokee Nation is?
Tahlequah.
Good job. All right. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay. Well, why don't you go over to the microphone with Miss Macy? Good job. Everyone, let's give Miss Emma Lee a round of applause.
My name is Emily Jean Gideon. I am going to sing Amazing Grace. Une slana iu wedgie iga guya ei Nagor Jonsa Wiu Lonse Iga Guya Ona.
Good job, Emily. If you guys haven't figured out yet, we're going to be clapping a lot tonight. So your hands will go numb later. Don't worry about it. We're going to move right on to our next contestant. That's going to be contestant number 4, Elsie. How are you, Elsie?
Good.
Good. Do you like to smile? You ain't stopped smiling since I met you. Okay, we're going to have some questions now. Are you ready? Okay, first question. Do you know how to say hello in Cherokee?
Osio and Wado.
All right, you give her a round of applause. She beat me to the question even, folks. Good job, good job. That was going to be my next question, was if you knew how to say thank you in Cherokee, and you did that. Can you do it again? You don't chew your cabbage twice, do you? You already answered that one. Okay, so what is your favorite Cherokee word?
Turtle and Doxy.
Good job. Do you know where the capital of the Cherokee Nation is?
Tahlequah.
Good job. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Okay, why don't you go up there and introduce yourself, okay?
My name is Elsie Louvan. Elsie, everyone, this is Wilma Mankiller. She was the first female chief of the Cherokee Nation in 1985, and everyone called her Pearl. And that's her middle name. She was an author and a great leader. She was a major advocate for the Indian Child Welfare Act. She was my role model. She saved children like me. Wado.
Good job, Elsie. And folks, I made my first mistake, well, second mistake, because I didn't mention the roundabout. But I didn't read a little bit about Elsie, so I'm going to do that as she's walking off the stage. Elsie's 4, and she's currently in the 4-year-old and pre-K program. She loves going to her dance class and recently finished up her first season of T-ball. Elsie enjoys swimming, going to the park, going for walks, playing with her little brother, spending time with her grandparents, and taking care of her dog and turtle. Let's give one more round of applause for Elsie, everyone. Okay, we're going to go to our next contestant. That's contestant number 5, Ruby. Ruby is 4 years old, and she's in the pre-K program. She loves learning Cherokee, crafting, reading books, and playing outside with her baby sister and cousins. She also enjoys playing soccer and t-ball, and when she grows up, she wants to be a painter or an astronaut. She said, mm-hmm. She's pretty confident about it. Okay, Ruby, we are going to ask you a few questions. You ready? Okay. First one is, can you say thank you in Cherokee?
I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Can you say hello in Cherokee?
See ya.
Good job. Good job. Did you remember that thank you yet? Did you?
I forgot.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. That's all right. I forget all the time. Okay. How about, can you tell me your favorite Cherokee word?
Is Wallow.
What's Walel mean?
It means my name.
And what's that?
That means hummingbird.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So your name is Walel, too. That's a beautiful name. Can you tell me what the capital of the Cherokee Nation is?
It is Hoskin Jr.
All 3 judges said that is an acceptable answer, by the way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Ruby, and she's going to go tell you about her talent. Please put your hands together for Ruby.
I'm going to say Gagayu, Gagayu, Tohiyu, how Gagayu, Tohiyu, Hinigadawu, Gagayu, Hinigadawu, Gagayu.
Good job, Ruby. Okay, we're going to move right on to our next contestant. It's going to be contestant number 7, Camille. Camille is 5 years old and has 2 sisters and 1 brother. She is a kanuchi maker. She gathers hickory nuts, cracks and pounds them. She dances at powwows with her sister. She enjoys doing yoga and ballerina moves. She plays t-ball, loves learning Cherokee from her pawpaw, and wants to be a doctor. Please put your hands together for Camille. And that is a gorgeous feather cape. Where'd you get all those turkey feathers at?
My grandma got them.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, well, we're going to ask you a few questions. Can you tell me how to say hello in Cherokee?
Sil.
Good job. Can you tell me how to say thank you in Cherokee?
What the?
Good job. You said it great, too. Can you tell me what your favorite Cherokee word is?
Gagayu.
And what does gagayu mean?
Love.
Good job. Can you tell me what the capital of the Cherokee Nation is?
Tahlequah.
Good job. Okay, you're going to go up there and show everybody your talent, okay? Good job. Let's give her another round of applause.
Sil. Gadu. Ga allegiance. Ga committee. Dado. His committee. And still Oklahoma. The Waka Gada. This is a story what my grandma told me, and her grandma told her, and her grandma told her, and so on and so on. This is a story called Little Woman and Spearfinger. Spearfinger was a shapeshifter. She liked to hang around the Smoky Mountains looking for children far away from the village. Sound ta jo nank his sudas kasko jene zohne sko satu ta do jo de ni do ski do 15 levels. Ha 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 ha. Then just tell the children, come here, come sit in my lap so I can comb your hair. Then she used the sharp spearfinger to steal their livers. Then when the villagers found out, they decided to hunt her down and made a trap. And one little bird said, shoot in the heart, but the arrows just bounced off of her. Then another little bird said, shoot in the finger, her heart is in the finger. They shot her in the finger. Down she went, never to be seen again. The lesson of the story is don't play far from home alone. Ita dog says the distinto dog in what do.
Good job, Camille. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all of our contestants for the 4 to 6 year old. Let's give them all a big round of applause. They all did a wonderful job. Now our judges are going to tally some of their scores, and while they do so, I'm going to ask a young lady to come up who's been assisting these littles tonight, and she's done a great job. It's kind of a bittersweet night because although we're celebrating all of these young people, there are young people that's been serving, and they've been doing a great job, and we hate to see them go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for a story, Junior Miss Cherokee, Miss Macy Fields.
Sionagad sinosti tawadon'a. Aladu yewadetia da salangea janela watchini tegade kosti. Hello everyone, my name is Macy Fields. I'm 16 years old and from Salisaw. I'm the 2022-2023 Junior Miss Cherokee. And tonight I'm going to tell you the story about why the possum's tail is bare. Long ago, when the animals could still talk, Possum had this long, beautiful, furry tail. He made sure everybody knew about it too. Well, the animals got tired of this, especially Rabbit, because Bear had just pulled off his tail, so it was just short and stubby. Well, Rabbit and the other animals, they came up with this idea. They said, we're going to make Possum regret ever telling us about his beautiful tail. So they come up with this idea, and they say, Cricket, can you go over and fix Possum's tail? Cricket was like, yeah, because Cricket was known for being the best barber around. And Rabbit goes over to Possum's house, and he says, Possum, tonight at the dance, we want to honor you and your beautiful tail. Possum was like, all right, about time I'm getting the recognition I deserve. And they said, okay, we're going to send Cricket over to do your tail. And Possum was like, okay, thank you. And I want the best seat in the house so everybody can see my beautiful tail. And so Cricket goes over to Possum's house later, and he starts doing his tail, and he's wrapping it in a red ribbon. And as he's doing that, he's snipping off every single hair on his possum's tail. And Cricket ties it in a bow, and he goes, perfect. Now, don't show nobody your tail until tonight at the dance. Possum said, okay. So later at the dance, Possum has the best seat in the house, just like Rabbit promised. And time comes, Rabbit's dancing. He's like, come on, Possum, come on. So Possum goes out there. He starts dancing. Rabbit goes, show everybody your tail. So he does, and he's dancing his heart away. He's going crazy. He's dancing. He's popping. He's locking, doing all of that. And he takes off the thing, and everybody starts laughing at him. And he's like, oh, they're not laughing at me. My tail's beautiful. Then he looks back, and it's bare and ugly. And Possum's just so surprised. He doesn't know what to do, so he plays dead. And that is why, to this day, when possums get embarrassed, I guess, they play dead. Widow.
Are we still tallying, judges? Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make a decision to change things up a little bit. I'm going to ask a young lady to come up who's been serving as the 4 to 6 year old ambassador this past year, and I would like her to come up and introduce herself. So as she makes her way to the stage, please give her a big round of applause.
Asiana Godwini Dada, Gakogi Iakada Chida, Uodu Higanagesa Ejanadal Kosti, Galia League, Jalagi Asli, Ziada Danadi. Wado. Hello everyone, my name is Winnie. I'm 7 years old and I go to Grandview School. I am happy that I got to represent Cherokee Nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Winnie. She's got such a sweet voice, but I'm telling you, folks, I've traveled with her. And she's ornery. I'm just kidding. She's a sweetheart. Good job, Winnie. Well, I didn't work on my joke set list tonight. Macy, did you not have another short story you could tell? Oh, look at her. She jumped right up. Come on back up and we'll hear another story, Macy.
Okay, I'm going to tell a story about the first pot. Long ago, there was these 3 warriors. They traveled from town to town, making sure everything was in good condition. Kids were going to school, they were brushing their teeth, the elders were being taken care of. And so one day, they're going to this village, and there's this Uwodu lady getting water from a basket. And she's getting the water, and she's running and giving it to her grandparents. And the water's just falling out of her basket. And so they stop, and they're like, okay, I'm going to impress this lady. So the first warrior, he gets up there, and he starts flexing. She pays no mind to him. And the other warriors are making fun of him. You look so stupid, man. She's not going to pay attention to you if you do that. And so the second warrior, he gets up there, and he starts dancing. He starts popping and locking like Possum. That doesn't impress her. So he runs back, and those other guys, they were like, what happened? You just called me stupid? You can't get her attention either. And the third warrior, he gets up there, and he starts singing. She pays him no mind. And then Dirt Dauber comes up. He's like, what were all y'all doing? Looked like you were getting a cramp. You're doing these weird movements. You were yelling at her. And he was like, I don't even know what you were doing, popping and locking like that. And so Dirt Dauber goes, watch this. I'm going to get her to wave at me, talk to me, and chase me. And they're like, psh, whatever, Dirt Dauber, you're a bug. You're not going to get her attention. So Dirt Dauber goes up there, and he starts flying around her. And she's like, get away, Dirt Dauber, get away. And they're like, he's talking and waving at him. And so then he starts running. He starts flying. Dirt Daubers don't run. He starts flying away. And she's chasing him. She's like, I'm going to get you, Dirt Dauber. I'm going to get you. And so she gets his house, and she throws it. She gets it. She throws it in the fire. She's like, that'll teach you. Don't mess with me. And the warriors were like, whoa. She talked to me. She talked to him. She waved at him, and she got him to chase him. So the next day, that lady, she goes over to the fire just to make sure Dirt Dauber's house is nice and crisp. She picks it up, and she realizes that it's hard. And so then she gets an idea. So she goes, and she makes a pot out of the mud and clay. And so she puts it in the fire and comes back the next day, and she realizes that she can get water out of this better than she could that basket without having to run that fast for that long. And so that is why we have the first pot, widow.
Good job, Macy. You know, that's a good testament, too, about these leadership programs, is Macy was prepared to do one story tonight. But, you know, throughout this program and throughout the years of serving as a representative for the Cherokee Nation, she's knows how to adapt. So as soon as we had a little thing that didn't go according to plan, she jumped right up and was ready to go. So great job, Macy. We're going to miss her. How are we doing there, Miss Reba? All right. At this time, I am going to go ahead and ask all of the contestants, the 4 to 6-year-old contestants, to join us back on stage. Yeah, if Miss Cherokee and Junior Miss could come up, that way you can escort them off this stage. Let's give them all one big round of applause one more time. Remember, I'm going to announce the winners, but we're not going to do the official crowning until after all of the contestants go through in the age groups. Oh, yeah. Come on in here. We also need to weigh on some gift bags that I think you guys are getting. So, are you guys excited for gift bags? I said gifts. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our second runner-up in the 4 to 6-year-old girls division is going to be Miss Emily. Let's give Miss Emily a big round of applause. Our first runner-up is going to be contestant number 4, Elsie. And our new 2023 to 2024 Little Cherokee Ambassador for the 4 to 6-year-old aged group is Camille. Let's give all the contestants one more big round of applause. And you ladies are free to go back with your families. Go with Miss Cherokee and Junior Miss. Okay, we are going to move right in to our 7 to 9-year-old division. And we have 5 girls and 3 boys, and we're going to start with the girls tonight. Please welcome contestant number 2, Ella. Ella is 8 years old and in the 3rd grade. Ella enjoys playing softball, basketball, and cheering. Ella enjoys singing and learning Cherokee. Well, hello, Ella. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm going to ask you a few questions. The first one's going to be, can you tell me about one Cherokee food?
One Cherokee food is wishy. It is a type of mushroom.
Good job. Can you tell me who created the Cherokee syllabary?
Sequoia created the Cherokee syllabary.
Do you know what his English name was?
George Gist.
Good job. Can you tell me how many clans do the Cherokee people have?
The Cherokee people have 7 clans.
And where do you get your clans? From what side of the family?
You get your clan from your mother's side.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that deserves a big round of applause.
Squatini sesti hoa elidiga yisai jiwana gali you aya just nigdini nigo hila skisilis kiskio go nigo hila skisilis kiskio go Kalasina uolaya Jordani weyai Skio histane lakono Akodi ski sky Skis deli ski Tohidis astana Nigo hila Dordada ki sky.
Good job, Ella. Our director of the National Youth Choir, Miss Mary Kay, was up here getting a contract out of her purse. Okay, we're going to move right on to contestant number 3, and that is Cheyenne. Cheyenne is 7 years old. Shay enjoys playing softball. Yeah, let's give Shay a big round of applause. Shay enjoys playing softball and cheer and loves going to church and loves going to school where she can spend time with her friends. She loves spending time with her family and, of course, getting her nails done and shopping like every little and big girl does. She also loves to go gigging, and it's spelled with an N on the end, just like I say it, gigging. She loves to go gigging in the youth gigging tournament with her uncle. She loves playing outside and riding her scooter, and in the summertime, she loves swimming in the creek with her mom and aunt. How are you today, Shay?
Good.
Good job. Okay, we're going to go over some questions now, okay? Can you tell me about one Cherokee food? Can you tell me what your favorite food is?
Bread.
Bread? Me too. I like bread. And you know what? You're Cherokee, so that's a Cherokee food, I think, isn't it? All right. Can you tell me who created the Cherokee syllabary? Maybe come back to that one? Okay. Can you tell me how many clans do the Cherokees have? Can you tell me anything about the clans that you remember? Can you tell me, I don't think it said how old you were. How old are you?
7.
7. Yep, that's a good age. Well, do you want to go up and show them about what your talent is now? Okay, everyone, let's give Shay a big round of applause.
No. I say,
Shay, can you tell me what you have there in your hand?
this is a gig.
A gig? What do you do with it?
Yes, it catch some fish in it.
You catch fish with it? Can you show me how you do it? Don't throw it at me, though. Can you just show me how you do it? If there's a fish swimming here, what would you do?
Yes, it catch it.
Catch it with it? What do you do with the fish after you catch? Ooh, that was good. Let's give her a round of applause for that. She knows what she's doing. What do you do with those fish after you gig them, Shay?
Yes, you put them in a boat.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to tell us about gigging? Anything more? Or is that's all there is to it, huh? All right. Let's give Shay a big round of applause, everyone. Okay, we're going to go right on to contestant number 4, and that is Raina. Raina is 8 years old. She enjoys spending time with her family, going to church, and learning her native language and heritage. In her free time, she likes going skating, swimming, and catching tadpoles. A future goal of Raina's is serving her tribe as a Cherokee ambassador. Well, Miss Raina, how are you tonight?
Ost.
I like that answer. Can you tell me about one Cherokee food?
Watercress.
All right. Can you tell me who created the Cherokee syllabary?
Sequoia.
Good job. Do you remember what his English name was?
George Gist.
Good job. Okay, can you tell me how many clans the Cherokees have?
Gakwog.
Gakwog. Good job. Let's tell everybody in English what that means.
7.
Ostanatan. Can you tell me what side of the family that Cherokees get their clan from?
You get your clanship from your Edgy side, and my clan is Ani Sahoni.
Good job. From your Edgy and your Ani Sahoni. Can you tell everybody in English again what Edgy means?
Mom.
Good job. How about Ani Sahon? Your clan. Well, you know what a Cherokee, so that's all that matters. So good job. All right. Well, at this time, I'm going to let you go up there and tell them who you are and what you're going to be doing, okay? Let's give her a big round of applause.
OCO, I Uday. I go to the Cherokee Immersion School, and I'm in 2nd grade, and we learn Cherokee there. Ani o wiji lugi jagu yada nigada ijata da sesti da jano hi heli nuli heli stai ayaji sayagi dolija da jano hi heli nuli heli stai da jano hi heli nuli heli stai ayaji sayagi dolija da jano hi heli nuli heli stai da jano hi heli nuli heli stai ayaji sayagi dolija da jano hi heli nuli heli stai da jano hi heli nuli heli stai ayaji sayagi dolija.
Good job, Raina. Okay, our last girl contestant of the night is going to be contestant number 5, Sky. Sky is 9 years old and she's in the 4th grade. Sky is from the Longhair clan. She competes in her school's Cherokee Challenge Bowl and Cherokee Language Bowl. She sings in her school's Cherokee choir. She plays traditional games and plays soccer. Well, how is Miss Sky tonight?
Good.
Good deal. Well, I'm going to ask you just a few questions. The first question is, can you tell me about one particular Cherokee food?
Wishy is a type of mushroom that grows on oak trees, and it's best to pick in the fall. To clean them, you soak it in salt water, then boil it, and then you roll it in flour or cornmeal. Then you fry it, and then you eat it.
Ooh, Augie huh? That makes me hungry. I don't know about you guys. I love some wishy. Good job. Well, can you tell me who created the Cherokee syllabary?
Sequoia,
And what was his English name?
George Guess.
Good job. How many clans do the Cherokees have?
7,
And which side of the family do you get your clan from?
your mother's side.
Great job. Okay, at this time you're going to go up there and tell them about yourself and your talent.
Osionegara, Sky Radwa, Dawadoa, G Jalgiti, Daligwatigiga. Hello everyone, I'm Sky Rodwell. I'm Cherokee and I'm from Tahlequah. I go to Grandview School and I'm in 4th grade. I will be demonstrating blowgun. The blowgun is made out of river cane, and the darts is made out of hardwood, tussle, and I forgot.
Bullseye. Good job, Sky. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Good job. During rehearsal, we had an apple on Savannah's head, but Savannah chickened out on us. So.
What-o?
We're up here trying to direct her, but she knows exactly what she's doing. She did a great job. Okay, we're going to move right on to the boys in this age group. And I misspoke earlier, said we had 3. We actually have 2. Our first one is going to be contestant number 1, Ryan. All right, Ryan is 9 years old, and he's in the 4th grade. He is a member of his school's gifted and talented class, Cherokee choir, and was the 3rd grade spelling bee representative. He is a team member for basketball, cross country, and track teams. He attends church and church youth groups. He is a member of a soccer league, Kuksulwan. Is that karate, I guess? Yeah, it is. Kind of like karate. Community sports league, playing flag football, basketball, baseball. He also participates in the Wings 5K runs. Ryan enjoys reading, playing with his friends, all outdoor activities, playing his guitar, and most of all, loves God and his family. What a busy schedule you keep, young man. Yeah, let's give him a big round of applause. Well, Ryan, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then I'm going to let you do your thing over there, okay? So the first question is, can you tell me about one Cherokee food?
Wild onions. The best time to pick them is in the springs. You can find them in the woods or by the creek. You clean them where you wash them so that they will grow, and you boil them with eggs.
Good job. Okay, can you tell me who created the Cherokee syllabary?
Sequoia.
Do you remember his English name?
George Gist.
Good job. And can you tell me how many clans the Cherokees have?
7.
And what side of the family do you get your clans from?
Your mother's side.
Great job. Okay, go ahead and go up to the mic, and let's give him a round of applause as he makes his way there.
Unaslana iuweji itakuya hei na fu jongsan wilu no san itakuya ona ujo ti uodu nani we na hani Ika doju lasa dojo sa ijo sa I kenani wenga na nu gonga ju wo du hito di da nela ase no I inu che I you no do wenga Ta li nja nante nafu itakuya hona ujo ti wodu nani we nani iga doju lasa dojo sa I kenani we ga na nu gonga Ju wo du hi do di da nella.
All right, good job, Brian. Go that way. Well, our future for the youth choir and for cooking is looking pretty bright in the Cherokee Nation, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're going to move right on to contestant number 3, and that is William. William is 8 years old, and he's in the 3rd grade. He enjoys playing with Legos, playing outside. He likes to draw and make new friends. His favorite food is pizza, and he likes to play stickball.
Like the teammates who
Tell them.
Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All right, I like the Ninja Turtles too. And they like pizza too, don't they? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Speaking of food, can you tell me about one Cherokee food?
Potatoes, and they would make mashed potatoes, fried potatoes, and a lot of others.
I like potatoes. Can you tell me who invented the Cherokee syllabary?
Sequoia.
And what was his name in English?
George Guests.
Good. Now, can you tell me how many clans we have in the Cherokee?
7.
And what side of the family do you get your clan from?
Edgy.
Good. And can you tell them what edgy means?
Mom.
Good job. Let's give William a big round of applause as he makes his way to the microphone.
Osio, tohiju, kohiga, osio, nikadawu, osio.
Good job, William. Okay, that wraps it up for the 7 to 9-year-old age group. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Now, as the judges are tallying again for this age group, I'm going to ask our Miss Cherokee, not former yet, to come up. And again, ladies and gentlemen, she's another one that is with us at a lot of these events. She's represented the tribe so well for many years, and we are super proud of her. And she is going to share a story with you. Before she does that, I do want to recognize a dignitary that just came in. She's newly elected from District 3, Counselor Lisa Hall. Let's give her a big round of applause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Lauren Fields.
Sianagad, literally, Dawadon, Tosco Sawu, Dawadetieda, Sulunagaya, Chinella. Anaweg, Agiji, Legio, Agilisi. Gatio, Gaili, Anisohoni, Digiawi. Digalala, Junadella Quasti, NSU, Nankine, Gia, Chitawadi, Ayela, Nunadega. Wadum. Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Fields. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Sallisaw. I'm the 2022-2023 Miss Cherokee. I'm the daughter of Betty Jo Fields and the granddaughter of Nancy Fields. I'm a member of Stokes Smith Ceremonial Grounds, where I belong to the Blue Clan. I'm a senior at Northeastern State University, where I am pursuing a major in Health and Human Performance with a minor in pre-health. And after graduating from NSU, I would like to pursue my Doctorate of Physical Therapy degree before coming back to work for the Cherokee Nation. And before I go into my story, I really would just like to say, great job to every single child who is getting up here tonight, because I really know just how hard it is and how much confidence it takes to get up here and stand on the stage like this. So I really do applaud each and every one of them. They've all done such a great job tonight. Now this will be the story of how the tortoise beat the rabbit. Now everybody knows Rabbit was such a fast mover. He was always bebopping along, doing whatever he could to find some trouble. Tortoise, on the other hand, was a strong, great warrior, but a very slow mover. One day, Tortoise was coming home from work through the woods, going ever so slow, and all of a sudden, here comes Rabbit. Rabbit jumps up on him and says, "Hey, Tortoise, guess what? Guess what? I have a great plan. You should listen to it. I think you're really going to like it." Tortoise wants nothing to do with it. He's just trying to go home and have dinner with his family. So he completely avoids the rabbit, but Rabbit won't let him go until he listens to him. So finally, Tortoise decides he better listen to what he had to say. Rabbit tells Tortoise, "Guess what? Here's my great plan. We should have a race. I mean, everybody already knows I'm way faster than you, but I think it could be fun. We can invite every animal in town to come out and watch the race." Tortoise decides that Rabbit wasn't ever going to let him go until he agreed to do the race. So Tortoise agreed to the race, and it was for the next day. So Tortoise goes home. He's sitting at the dinner table with his family. They're just talking about how their day went, what their plans are for the next day, and Tortoise tells the family about what the rabbit said to him. When he tells them all of this, he has this idea in his brain that he feels he needs to tell the family. He says, I, for one, am sick and tired of this rabbit playing tricks on any and everybody that he can. It's no fun, and it only makes him look good. I, for one, am tired of it, and I think someone needs to put a stop to it. So I'm going to do that at the race tomorrow. But I need to call a few of my friends over first. So he calls his friends over. They come over. Tortoise tells them the plan, and they all agree to it. The day of the race comes. Every single animal you can imagine was in attendance for the race. They were all so excited to see what was going to happen, even though they all knew in the back of their minds Rabbit was probably going to win. Here comes Rabbit. Rabbit looks happy as ever. He's walking up on everybody, taking in all the sights. Sees bear over there, deer over there, even a tiny little ant on the ground. Those are his biggest enemies, so he can't wait to show them up and show all of them that he can win the race. So Rabbit's there, socializing with the crowd, feeling real good about himself. He's got his hair slicked back and everything. Feels so good. Tortoise is still nowhere to be found yet. Everybody keeps looking around. Finally, Rabbit says, oh, maybe someone got too scared to come out today. So before you know it, here comes Tortoise, moving slow as ever. Only one speed on Tortoise, not in a hurry at all. Tortoise walks past all the other animals, doesn't say a word, goes straight to the start line. Tortoise is standing on the start line, just looks back, looks at Rabbit, gives him a little nod, telling him to come on, doesn't even want to acknowledge him otherwise. Rabbit says, okay, let's do this. I'm so ready. He gets up on the line. He shoves Tortoise over a little bit to make it known that he's going to dominate this race and win. They're both standing on the line. Bear's the one that says go. The plan is for Tortoise and Rabbit to run across 3 hills. Whoever crossed that 3rd hill the first would be the winner. There was no prize on the line with this race, just pride. So they're standing on the line. Bear says go. Rabbit takes off fast as he can, but he knows he still has a lot left in the tank if he needs it. He's going so hard. Looks back, Tortoise is way back there, barely even off the start line. He's feeling so good about himself. He feels so good that he gets up to the top of that first hill, still looks around, still no Tortoise in sight, and decides, you know what, I'm going to get a drink of water real quick. So he goes off to the pond, drinks the water, rubs his hair back, makes sure he looks so good for the finish line. Finally gets back out there 5 minutes later. As he's coming up on the 2nd hill, sees it up ahead, looks around, still no Tortoise in sight. So he's still going, thinking he's so far ahead. Finally makes it up to the top of the 3rd hill, looks around, still no Tortoise in sight, and then he sees off in the distance, crossing that 3rd hill to win the race, is the Tortoise. Rabbit is just completely dumbfounded at this. He knows he should have won that race by far, so he needs to find that Tortoise and have a talk with him. So he books it to the finish line and looks all around for this Tortoise because he knows he has to be out there somewhere, just needs to find him. He spends 10 minutes looking, no Tortoise in sight. Finally, Deer says to Rabbit, oh, you're here. Tortoise went home like 15-20 minutes ago. You were so slow. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you lost. So, Tortoise won. You can go home now. Rabbit knew that Tortoise had to have done something to win that race because we all know Tortoise is so slow, he never could have beaten Rabbit in a real race. He searched for weeks, months, days trying to find this Tortoise. Never could find him at all. Tried to ask any other animal if they knew any information at all. Nobody knew anything. Tortoise never said anything about how he won. So the night before the race, when he called his friends over and told them his plan, there was one thing that none of these other animals realized about Tortoise and his friends, that every single one of his friends looked just alike. You couldn't even tell them apart one bit. So the plan was that Tortoise was going to have 2 of his other turtle friends to run with him. One would be a decoy at the start line, one would be a decoy at the top of the 2nd hill, and the real Tortoise would be the one at the top of the 3rd hill, ready to win the race. So when they say go, the first Tortoise would just get blown past by that rabbit, blown past. They would walk far enough to be out of view of any other animal, then go hide in the tall grass off to the side. That would be the end of his job. The second tortoise was just in case somehow that tortoise at the beginning happened to get way in front of the rabbit, would be ready to come out from the tall grass and just peek over that ridge. But of course, he wasn't needed. And then the real tortoise is at the top of the third hill, hiding in the high grass, ready to come out just when they saw the rabbit crossing that second hill to win the race, and to be able to answer any questions if there were any. But of course, nobody questioned anything, even though they knew that Turtle had to have done something that day to win. Nobody cared one bit. They were all just so glad that this was the day that the rabbit finally got bested by none other than the slowest animal on earth, the tortoise. So that's the story of how the tortoise beat the rabbit. What up?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cherokee Lauren Fields, thank you. Okay, if I can have all of our 7 to 9-year-old contestants to join us back on the stage. As they're handing them their gifts, now that we have them all up here front and center, let's give them all one more big round of applause. They did a wonderful job. Okay, we're going to start with the girls. Our second runner-up for the 7 to 9-year-old girls is going to be contestant number 4, Raina. Our first runner-up is contestant number 2, Ella. And our winner in the 7 to 9-year-old girls division is contestant number 5, Sky. Okay, and for our boys, our first runner-up is number 3, William. And our winner for the 7 to 9-year-old boys division, Ryan. Let's give them all one big round of applause again as they make their way back to their parents. Yeah, give them one more. Okay, we're going to move right along to our final division of the night, and that is our 10 to 12-year-old division. And we are going to begin with our girls. Actually, we might just only have girls. That might be my mistake. But it's going to be a little different. They're going to come in, and they're going to introduce themselves. And so I am going to ask our first contestant to come up, contestant number 1, Avery.
Hold your presentation after. Okay, is that good? Osio Nagada, Sigi Dawado, Sadu Yawade Tiada, Sudaline, Gia, Kawayo, Janela, Aya Tegiga Yelage, Awadeg, Ale Saladi. Hello everyone, my name is Avery Raper. I'm 11 years old. I live in Pryor, and I'm in 6th grade. My parents are John Star Raper. In my free time, I enjoy reading, playing, and swimming with my little sister, Ella. Widow. Today, I would like to talk to you about the 7 clans of the Cherokee. The 7 clans were important because the Cherokee society was a matrilineal society. It is forbidden to marry inside your clan because they were considered your brothers and sisters. If you needed spiritual guidance or Indian doctoring, you would need to know your clan. The first clan is the Ani-Ji-Squaw, or Bird Clan. They were known as fast runners, and they were the messengers of the Cherokee. The Ani-Ahui, or Deer Clan, were known as fast runners and hunters, but they also cared for the animals. The Ani-Gilohi, long hair or lion, were known to be peaceful, and when needed, the peace chief would come from this clan. They were also known as the Stranger Clan because orphans and outsiders would be adopted into this clan. The Ani-Sahoni, or Blue or Bear, were known as the keepers of the children's medicine. The Ani-Gatogewi, or Wild Potato, were known as the keepers of the land and the gatherers. The Ani-Woody, Paint or Hawk clan were known for being the prominent medicine people, as medicine was painted onto the people. The last clan is my clan, the Ani-Waya, or Wolf Clan. They were the largest clan, and when needed, the war chief would come from this clan. I felt it was important to share this part of our culture so that I may maybe teach about this so that we can keep preserving our unique culture. Widow.
Well, thank you, Avery, and good job. How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good. Well, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And the first one is, what can you tell me about the Trail of Tears?
In the 1830s, Cherokees and other indigenous tribes were forced to leave their homelands as part of President Andrew Jackson's Indian Removal Act. Thousands of Cherokees died on this harsh journey to present-day Oklahoma, which is known as the Trail of Tears.
Great job. Can you tell me about the dress that's worn by Miss Cherokee and like the one that you have on?
It's a tear dress.
Good.
It has 7 buttons.
I'm sorry?
It has 7 buttons.
Oh, good job. Thank you. Can you discuss one plant that's significant to the Cherokee people?
One plant that is significant to the Cherokee people is sassafras. You boil it and you can use it for colds or headaches.
Great job. Well, that's all I got for you, Avery. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her one more big round of applause. Okay, and we are going to move on to our second contestant, contestant number 2, Blakely.
Osio, Legili, Dakwado.
Hello, my name is Blakely. I'm 11 years old and I attend Zion Public School as a 5th grader. I enjoy beading. Today I'm going to be telling you the story about the first ever strawberries. Long ago, man and woman lived in harmony together until one day they began to argue. So finally, a woman left her husband and began walking east towards the sun. And as soon as her husband realized what had just happened, he quickly began walking after her. The next day, Uneflanahi came down and took pity on the man and asked if he was still angry at his wife, which he replied no. So then Uneflanahi realized he was truly sorry and asked if he wanted his wife back, which he replied yes. So Uneflana put a path of huckleberries on the woman's way, yet she paid no attention to and just kept on walking. Then Uneflanahi put a path of blackberries and blueberries, but yet she paid no attention to again. But then Uneflana put a patch of ripe red strawberries on the woman's path, and finally she stopped and ate some. And she had good memories of her and her husband. So she put some in a basket and even got some seeds, and began walking back home, where she ran into her husband and they made up, and they both walked home in harmony. That is why the strawberry is known to the Cherokee people as a sign of love and friendship. Wado.
Miss Blakely, how are you tonight?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions. The first one is, can you tell me about the Trail of Tears?
The Trail of Tears began in 1830 of the signing of the Indian Removal Act of President Andrew Jackson, where we had to move our people all the way to the west. It was a forced removal. We lost almost 4,000 Cherokees on the Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears is also known the place where they cried.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Can you tell me about the dress that Miss Cherokee wears and like what you have on?
The dress that Miss Cherokee wears is not actually traditional. It became traditional in the late 1970s. The dress began when the woman went to the chief and said, "We need our own dress," so they made it to symbolize our people.
Good job. And can you discuss one plant that is significant to Cherokee people?
I would say a plant that is significant to the Cherokee people is the strawberry because it stands for love and friendship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Blakely, good job.
Wado.
Okay, we will move right on to contestant number 3, Grace.
Sianagar ganahito do jalagiga, sadu yode tied, tali kuchinel, Grandview de Gadeth Quasti, Nole jalagi gawonis de Gadeth Quant, jalagi gawonis ulsked. Good evening, everyone. My name is Grace. I'm 11 years old. I live in Tahlequah and attend Grandview School. Some activities I enjoy are art, dance, fencing, and theater. I also really like to bake. I'm also a Cherokee language learner. With less than 2,000 speakers left, I find it's more important now than ever that we find ways to use the language on a daily basis. At school, my Cherokee teacher helps me with that. She gives me language that I can use daily. Also language I can use to get on to my brother. But one way I like to practice my Cherokee is through songs. I'd like to share one with you tonight. God's children. Une flana jujeli dini othli, Wane haga lela di uduhi. Wana li heli ga I uga wi uju jelly. Dani no giski sky uga wi u. Dini othli Dani no gi. Ju o du do di danela. Diganasa uga wi u. Ju jelly ga. Una dana ti waneha galala di. Diti geyu hinaski dini othli. Waneha galala di uduhi. Wana li heli ga I uga wi uju jelly. Dani no giski sky uga wi u. Dini othli, Dani no gi. Juo du do di danela, diganasa. Uga wi u, ju jelliga. Una dana ti waneha galala di. Well done.
Well, good job, Grace. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, we're going to go over some questions. Can you tell me anything about the Trail of Tears?
In 1830, Congress passed the Indian Removal Act, removing us from our home to Indian Territory. Over the course of 2 years and 1,000 miles, about 6,000 Cherokees died. As devastating as the removal was, we quickly began to rebuild, focusing on education.
Great, good job. Can you tell me about the dress that's worn by Miss Cherokee?
The dress that is worn by Miss Cherokee is a tear dress. Is called tear because you would tear the material. There are seven diamonds and 7 buttons. It's made out of calico material.
Good. And can you discuss one plant that is significant to the Cherokee people?
One plant that is significant to us is river cane. We were very resourceful people. We would make the best out of all the animals and plants around us. One of them is river cane. It was even the structure of our homes was made out of river cane. Back then, we would also make blowguns out of river cane, and today we use it to weave baskets and mats. We would make baskets like this. This one isn't made of river cane, but it's an example of what one would look like.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Grace. Okay, at this time, I'm going to ask our final contestant for the evening to come up, and that's contestant number 4, Peyton.
Sio, Dakwadonil. Hello, my name is Peyton Proctor. I am 11 years old. I am from the Kenwood community. I go to Wycliffe School, where I am in the 6th grade.
Good job, Peyton. Can you tell us what you were doing there? Tell us a little bit about your talent.
I was signing the Lord's Prayer.
Wonderful. Well, great job. I'm going to ask you a few questions. The first one is, can you tell me anything about the Trail of Tears?
The Trail of Tears was over 5,000 miles long and covering 9 states, starting in North Carolina and ending in Oklahoma.
Can you tell me about the dress that's worn by Miss Cherokee?
The dress that's worn by Miss Cherokee is a tear dress. The tear dress has 7 ribbons representing the 7 clans.
Good. And can you discuss one plant that is significant to the Cherokee people?
One plant that would be significant to the Cherokee people is the Cherokee rose, which represents the pain and suffering that the Cherokees brutally faced while making their way to Oklahoma.
Wonderful. Well, great job, Peyton. Let's give her one big round of applause. Good job. Well, that is going to do it for the competition tonight, and I know the judges are tallying those final results. If I could have Aaliyah Teehee and Cross Anderson with the 7 to 9-year-olds to come up, please. Yeah, give them a big round of applause. They are our ambassadors for this previous year. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell them about what they enjoyed.
Sia Nagatu Galia Titi Luka Aliati Dalton. Jananu Detienta, Still Oklahoma, Dewa Nigita, Ayazizelaka, Dotadaga Hai, Hotdown. Hello, my name is Aaliyah Teehee. I am 8 years old, and I'm from Stillwell. Thank you.
Oceanagata, Cross Daudo. Hello, everybody. My name is Cross Anderson. My favorite part about being in Cherokee Ambassador was actually doing the parades, even though it would be a lot of sitting down, but it was fun. And I was glad to meet different types of people that I didn't meet until I went to Cherokee Ambassador. White Oak.
Great job, Aaliyah and Cross. Now, also ask our 2022, 2023, 10 to 12-year-old ambassadors to come forward, and that's Olivia Doherty and Cannon Lane.
Sio Nagata Asama Dawadon, Jogadu Yawadetiag, Tahlequah Janelle. Hello everyone, my name is Cannon Lane. I'm 13 years old and I live in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And I am the Cherokee Nation 2022-2023 Cherokee Ambassador. One thing I liked about being an ambassador is all the stuff you got to be a part of, and especially the parades and the banquets, all the good food. And just meeting different people and just getting to be a part of the community and everything that the community does. Thank you.
Sianaga Gaterawadon, Jogadu Yawadetiad, Jalagi Jindel Quasti, Digadel Quaski. Uhalena Watessa, Salunge Ginel, Digagayalage Taladu Ale Dia Sola, Nug Noji or Jaltan Earthla, Tal Ani Church, Tal Osi Tal Ani Huge. Now, I'm just going to say, bear with me because I got a whole list in speech for you. Hold on. Okay.
I'm glad to see you all here tonight, and I just wanted to come up here and say a couple things about this program. I think it's very important, not only for kids, but parents as well, because it encourages little kids to become into the language and more into our Cherokee Nation and everything. And one thing I like to say is that, well, I started trying to be a little ambassador when I was around 6 years old, and all I wanted was the crown, and I didn't win, and I tried year after year after year, and I still didn't win until last year I won as 2022-2023 Little Cherokee Ambassador. And I want to say it has a lot of growth on me, as I want to say that I wouldn't have thought about, if I was younger, I wouldn't have thought about meeting all the people I met this year, as in Macy and Lauren Fields, Cannon, Aaliyah, Cross, and Winnie, and I want to thank them for being by my side this whole year. And I want to thank a good friend of mine who is Tanya Weevil, and she makes all my dresses, and I hope to work with her as I grow older. And I want to say widow to my mom and dad for always supporting me in everything I do and encouraging me to be as determined as I am. And as I left Tanya Weevil's office the other day, I said I was going to be so sad that this year was going to end. And she told me, this is not the end, but just the beginning, and I must keep going. And that is what I will plan, and that's what I plan on doing. And I want to say good luck to all the contestants tonight, and I hope you have a good year like I did. Widow.
If all of the formers will come back up, we are going to get the crowns and get them polished for the new ambassadors. So please come back up. Sure hate to ask you to come up and give up your crown. And then as they are doing that, if all of the contestants from the 10 to 12-year-old age group will come on up too, and we can get prepared. Okay, and just a reminder, we are going to announce the winners, and then directly after, we're going to ask all the winners to come back up for the official crowning. So, our second runner-up in the 10 to 12-year-old girls age group is contestant number 2, Blakely. The first runner-up is contestant number 1, Avery. And our new ambassador for the 10 to 12-year-old girls is contestant 3, Grace. Y'all did a wonderful job. You can go back with your parents now. Grace, if you'll stay here, and Chief, I'll ask that you would come up for the official crowning, along with Counselor Hall as well, if she would join us on stage. And then if all of the other winners from the other age groups would come up as well, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Savannah, are we doing them one by one? Okay, the winner of our 4 to 6-year-old, Camille. Let's give her a big round of applause. Well, how does she look, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Our 7 to 9-year-old girls winner, Miss Sky. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sky. And our 7 to 9-year-old boys winner, Ryan. All right, your 7 to 9-year-old ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. And our 10 to 12-year-old winner is Miss Grace. All right, let's give her a big round of applause. If all of our newly crowned ambassadors would come right back on the stage and let everyone see you once again. Oh, we're having a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction, but that's okay. A crown adjustment. Again, we're doing one more crown adjustment. All of the contestants tonight did such an amazing job, and I know they're here. Let's give them one more round of applause. They need to know how great that they did. It takes a lot of courage to get up here. I would like to recognize the committee that puts this on. If you are a committee member or a volunteer that helped put this event on, can you please raise your hand or stand and be recognized? There you are, Lana. Yeah, let's give them a big round of applause. They put all of this together. They've been preparing for several days, weeks, months. They did a great job. Okay, we'll get Chief and Counselor Hall to come back up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, again, thank you guys for coming out. and kicking off our holiday with us. And if you would, please keep up with the holiday schedule and join us for the rest of the events as the month continues. Everyone, please be safe. God bless. Wadon.